It's official. The Crossbow Master stinks. Okay, more like unofficial, because this is a community-made tier list rather than an objective Nijikiwi rating or anything. Not that you can be objective when it comes to tier list balance, but I guess this is as close as it gets in terms of chimps mode. When you consider the whole tower by its path, then the bottom path, Dart Monkey, is probably, one of the lowest ones. Because personally, over the last several years, I don't think I've ever gone into a chimps run thinking, hey, let's use the bottom path dart today. Unless I was specifically going for that. Today's the day for that, though. I'm going to see what the Crossbow Master can do in Workshop Chimps here, which I believe is one of the better maps for it when it comes to harder maps of the game. Kinda goes without saying, Crossbow Master shoots in a straight line. He likes straight lines. And over where I have this Dart Monkey hovered right now is probably the best spot on Workshop. It gets 2 straight lines for the mall path, which is where these boxes will go away on around 40. Also, no specific challenge with this tower or anything, so not like 2 million pops. Not that you can do 2 million pops on this map. I don't think it's been done, or it's possible, in fact, but we're gonna just buff the hell out of it if we juice it up. Can we have, like, a hopefully not so difficult time in beating this map? Only time will tell. Even the hero is gonna be oriented towards buffing the crossbow. Striker's probably your best bet, because I guess Crossbow Master has a pierce issue. Well, that's just one of many issues with it. You're probably wondering, what are the other issues? Well, it's probably the fact that there's no, like, niche. In fact, that's probably the exact same thing I said about the Glaive Lord a year ago, but the difference between the Glaive Lord and the Crossbow Master is that, well, the Glaive Lord got 10 billion buffs, and the Crossbow Master got none. I think they have gotten small buffs over, like, the years, but nothing significant enough to, well, take it away from the bottom tier. Also, big problem with Striker Jones is that, yeah, his early game is no good, at least in terms of its raw damage, so we have to rely on the Concussive Shell. If this still doesn't work, I probably have to add another tower. Oh, nope, this is the run. Time the Concussive Shell perfectly here. And if we can get off the next couple rounds unscathed, I'd like to try to rush the jungle, the Druid, although I might instead go for the Crossbow. Surely it can't be that bad on this map, right? 3 damage and decent straightaways for the early game. We're once again going to die, aren't we? Yeah, okay. Let's see. I'm close to getting Crossbow Master. By close, I mean $25,000. But I'm $100 from Crossbow, which is the important thing. There we go. It's weird that a 022 or a 002 made such a huge difference for round 16, because all I got was a range, but I guess the range was pretty important. As I was saying, though, what is the Crossbow Master good for exactly? It's not very strong against single target. It's not very strong against Moabs. It's not very strong against ceramics either, because it doesn't get, like, extra ceram damage, so I mean, the best description for it, I'd say, is it's literally a jack of all trades. Master of none. So all in all, I can see why this is the lowest rated path that is not a money generating option. That would obviously be useless in chimps. So those 3 at the bottom of the tier list don't count. I should clarify that for the most part, this tier list is heavily based on the expert maps, because main rationale being on any of the easier maps, you can pretty much do anything and win. So obviously the only way to set towers apart from each other is by playing out on maps that are harder. Again, this is a tier list rated by path, in case you're looking at the tier list and being like, what a bunch of idiots. How is this tier 5 so-and-so ranked so low? Well, it's probably because they also take into account the tier 3 and tier 4, and it's a tier list made by the apparently top players in the community, whatever, or whoever that consists of is besides me. But I'm just the messenger, so don't shoot me, and by all means, feel free to definitely use Crossbow Master. It's a fun tower. Who doesn't love seeing, like, straight lines of crits? That's probably the, I don't know, biggest reason I would ever use it. Actually, as partially a boss player, I would say the main reason to use it is simply a sacrifice fodder for a degree 20 Dart Paragon. To me, Crossbow Master, you're only useful for the monkey knowledge to give 2 Crossbow Masters, and thus, well, get a higher Paragon degree. Of all, I guess, towers to give 2 tier 5s up in this game, I wonder why they ended up picking Crossbow Master, and maybe that has something to do with, I guess, the popularity of the tower. This is what I believe to be the case, but may not be true, but it definitely feels like Crossbow Master is very beloved by casual players in this game, for whatever reason. Again, I think it's a mix of it being a cool tower, and also the fact that it's the only tier 5 you can get 2 of. I'm also trying to beat round 40 with the discount village, so let me see this through, right? I'm trying to do the following, like sniping, striker stun, so that it lands on all 4 SRAMs. So wait for it. Nope. Let's try the following then. 3-1-0 with 2-0-0 out. No 3-2-0. And now. Oh, that was beautiful. But sadly, not enough spikes. Okay, what about I try the other route then? Stunning early, so that we get more spikes? No. No discount village? I'm officially sad, but gotta do what you gotta do. It's stun now. Beautiful. And how did I leak a blue? Alright, fine, we'll use the reverse motor. I didn't mention this earlier, or rather I didn't want to use it because I wanted to save the free one for later on the game, but whatever, it is what it is. Let me just say, getting the sharpshooter probably wasn't, like, that useful for the round. Nor is it really helping that much here. Yeah, I'm just literally getting run over by round 43 here. Luckily, I can buy 1 attack speed upgrade. Also, maybe try to change turreting from last to first, because, again, if you want to keep straight line action, maybe you don't want the crossbow shooting down. You want to shoot it in as westerly or as easterly of an angle as possible. Anyway, when do you think you can go for the crossbow master? Clearly not right now, considering we're dying to round 47 with this. What's a cheap tower that'll get me out of this mess? How about, since we already have striker drop down, a mortar? But I don't want to lean too heavily on a mortar strategy, because at the end of the day, I need to see how good the crossbow is. So how about, like, a Bernie stuff? Just simply Bernie stuff. And that can be turned to shattering if I want it later. But in the meantime, the Bernie tick will help, like, relieve some pressure a little bit. Probably not going to be much help next round, though, I will say. We'll see what else I want to add then in the middle of this round. So here comes Cerams, which are going to be probably going to overwhelm us unless my Spike Balls is, like, you know, piled up in the same amount of balloons or spikes, and it has. Now that I think about it, I probably could have beaten round 40 with the 302, but it would have been worse for rounds like this where, you know, the SRAM wave is way later in the round, so 320 would out damage it. And now I lack mob damage, so let's see. But I'm only $7,000 off now. As whack as this defense is, we may actually not be too far off from the Crossbow Master. We gotta get it by, but like before 63, otherwise the time where it's useful, like the tier 5 is useful, would have like basically fallen off. Alright, here's the first mob. Can I just tank the first one entirely? Yes, I can. And then Striker, oof, his speed isn't fast enough. Alright, perfect timing. Now. Beautiful. You could not have timed that better. Now, unfortunately, there's 3 mobs this time, but there's no Cerams at the same time. So maybe my Spike can just tank all of it. Who knows? Let's see, the 1? There's 2. Yeah, they're pretty spaced. Our Spike Ball accumulation is OP. $400 now. I will use the activations if it turns out, like, there's no way to beat it. But I can afford it. Not before dying, though. Alright, keep it on last. Back on first now. Striker stun. Oh, okay. If I can, once again, do the same thing. That is one-shot the insides with the Striker ability. Like now. Nope. Now. No. Okay. So this is free. I'm just going to use it, alright? Once again, I would have loved to save it for a harder round, but I noticed that the ability isn't... It doesn't target the Cerams, actually. There's Crossmaster, by the way. Afforded right as the clock expires. That wasn't so bad, was it? Now let's hope the next 25 rounds of this challenge are nice and smooth. Or ideally 42 rounds. We're just going to start with the obvious buff. So tier 4 Alk. I have found a placement where I think it only lands on the Dart Monkey. Yes, perfect. So let's just rush a tier 4 immediately and then overclock it later. And then, you know, just give it all the buffs. Oh, wait, what? Sorry, but Crossmaster should be around 60. Like, yeah, it should. I know the balloons are much faster on Workshop, but come on. You're a tier 5 tower. It's funny that happened because I was just about to say that Crossbow Master has a niche in, I guess, games that end at round 80. If you get it up, you auto-win. And for the most part, if you don't put your Crossbow Master in an atrocious spot, it should be around 60 because 90% of maps are not Workshop in this game. So it's a nice brainless way to play hard mode or ABR, for example. Not to mention the epic range of it. Man, now that I realize it, this is pretty awesome. Being able to have full map range. Crossmaster already is camo, but I'm still gonna buy Radar Scanner to this thing because any of the support buffs that I give, I do want to affect DDT, so Relentless Glue. Actually, I'm an idiot. I could have turned this into Signal Flare, and then I would have been able to go for a discount, and then I would have been able to discount this overclock. Goddamn. If only we had the ability to time travel. Technically, we do have the ability to time travel with the power of mods or save manipulation, but I didn't do any of that for this run here. Considering Crossbow Master has a Pierce issue, though, I do want to see if I can do one more buff after the overclock, and that would be the Call to Arms. That's the only other, I think, reasonable buff I can give. But holy crap, you see, even with the primary, like, training and the out buff giving extra Pierce, it's still not enough. I know some of you might just say, I mean, in that case, just go for the damn 205, but trust me, 205 is so bad. It's also kind of sad that we got Pierce capped on 76, but that's besides the point. If I went for 205, it would just make rounds that have like single ZMGs or single bads harder to deal with, so it's like a lose-lose, pick your poison kind of thing. Once again, we need help for Cerams. How about that? There we go. Can barely handle the insides of a BFB. Crossbow Master moment. How about for the camos here? We did it. Let's see, are we able to beat a ZMG here without any additional help other than Striker Stun? No. Or yes, but I gotta be creative with my stuns here. How about we'll try to stun the BFBs? And not the insides? No, Crossbow Master, it leaves so much crap. The worst thing too with that discount is I can't even discount the Called Arms that if I want to get that. Rip in peace. Well, at the very least, allow me to discount and get a Relentless Glue. There is no way at this point we should lose. Although I know it doesn't help with Pierce problems, I just... it would be good for 81 and beyond. Actually, it did help a lot. It didn't even look like the insides, like, moved on us. So, yeah. This is your daily reminder that Relentless Glue OP, and you should almost always get it. Like, I just bought this thing, and it's making Crossmaster look good. Okay, 31,000, can I afford it? I can afford it now. Please let me survive 84 here, so I can get it off. And now that we got it, I think we could finally invest more in support. I'll just use it just to show you how much damage a Crossbow Master is doing. Like, I think it was 300 to the ZMG there per second. But you know the motto right now? All the support buffs that you have seen time and time again. So, wall press. Since I'm getting it early, I'm gonna go for an 024, at least for the first one. Just because, again, 204 is usually only good against 98. Other rounds that are less dense, 024 is a bit better, since I'm getting so early. This round's looking like a great round to use Called Arms. 20 BFB stacked, but... Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Not even with the Called Arms buff, we could defend that group stuff, huh? I am a bit surprised. Here's what I'll do. If I do last, okay, it shoots down that way. So I kind of want the spike balls to tank some of the Cerams here. Let's do another more press, by the way. 2. And surely we are good here. Yeah. Here's Called Arms. I think what I should do, again, straight line action. So last, and then when it turns to bend, first, because I noticed, again, when it was shooting perpendicular to where the balloons are coming in, it just lost a lot of DPS. That means I probably should invest, I don't know, I think Spiked Mines is worth it. Just so I can leave this on last longer and not have to maybe catch a couple of random stray Cerams. Here's what, if I get a Sabo, I probably can still afford a Spike Mines too. Nice. This round's definitely a round where I will use Called Arms when I'm gonna get overwhelmed. Bad news though, I think I'm gonna lose Called Arms right as all the Cerams or the ZMDs pop. Hopefully we can clutch up here. How much is Striker doing, by the way? Okay, not that much damage. He's just there as support, of course. Now that I think about it, imagine without Striker Jones, how much worse this thing would have looked. Because, like, ever since round 40, this thing has been buffed with 25% Pierce, yet it was still getting Pierce capped. But there's no better hero that would help this thing out, genuinely. I don't have Called Arms at the start of this round, so I'm probably dead. Yeah. Alright, fine, we'll do Spike Mines just to get that out of the way. And how about one more press? That's gotta be it, though. Because I gotta say for, like, I don't know, around 100 defense. Once again, Crossbow Master isn't good against single target either. Alright, good news. Called Arms is up in 3 seconds. Save me. Holy crap, if I didn't have it, I think I would have died. But now that we can switch this back on last, 96 is not too shabby. As I said, I wanted around 100 defense, so I'm gonna spend 10k right now for a Spike Storm. And we'll see how round 98 is. No need for Shattering. Hopefully not. Could use the other abilities too. But I do just, like, out of curiosity, want to see how it can defend without the help of those workshop things. So Calderum's active is really carrying. But no. I can't do it, right? I think there's too much left over. Yeah, I'm gonna have to spend 850. Or else I don't think I would have survived that. I may not survive it even with that. Or Spike Balls OP, or Spike Mines. Spike Mines pretty OP. We got set with this round, so it should be no issue whatsoever. Switch to first now. And should clean. Close. And the end. How much damage has Crossbow Master done this game? 1.5 million. I will slow down, and I will use extensions right about timing. Perfect. And of course, don't forget to use extensions again, so it has a bit more track to go through. And of course, a slowdown too. And if I don't mess up, we will have finally finished. But honestly, a much harder run than it should have been. Like, sure, Workshop is definitely up there in terms of the hard maps, but I feel like, I don't know, most other tier 5s would have had a much easier time here. And let's just end off with one more Spike Storm, or do we not need it? Nope. We're good. Crossmaster with about 75% of the pops in this challenge. GG's. I look forward to 1 year from now where Crossmaster will probably S tier after 10 buffs. That's my prediction.